Look at that little hole in there. You can climb down into these places. That's the spot. And do all the other ones.
The meat. You're gonna love this. Snow in my eye.
Welcome.
I don't know how to live in the snow. This is so cool. I don't remember the last time that I was in snow.
Welcome to sunny Cappadocia in Turkey.
This is not quite what I had expected.
If you didn't catch yesterday's video, we started our tour with Travel Talk. Today is actually our third day, and we travelled from Istanbul here on the bus, and we saw some snow when we got to kind of like some altitude, but we didn't really think that it was going to snow here, and we were surprised about that.
No, it's like dumping snow at the moment. We just checked the weather. It's -1. The high today is I think 3 or 5 degrees or something, so it's not going to get much better. So we're a bit sad about the ballooning, but there are lots of other things that you can do in Cappadocia. So we're going to go exploring today and see what else you can do if your hot air balloon does get cancelled or if it snows.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is best case scenario. Our dreams are kind of crushed that we're not hot air ballooning here, because this is like the famous place in the world to do it. Hoping we can do it in a couple of days' time, like I mentioned yesterday anyway, but the fact that it's snowing means that we've obviously got massive smiles because, it's on your eye, bro. I can see it on your eyelash. For us, like, you might be watching this thinking, it's just snow, guys, chill out, but we have been in summer for two and a half years, basically.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So for us, this is fun. This is going to be a very cool day.
Some breakfast and some coffee. Now it's time to head to the lobby and see what we're going to be doing today, figure out what the itinerary is like.
Go jump on the bus.
Go and get on the bus.
Ooh, I almost fell.
A bit slippy.
Good start.
Morning.
So, how are we today? Yeah, you look fresh. So we're just starting our tour in Kapadokya. And our first stop, I want to take you to the family, ferry chimneys, father, mother and child. I want to show you that.
Only drove for about 5 minutes and we're at our first kind of photo stop for the day. I think today's going to be a bit more on and off the bus so that we can see as much as there is in Cappadocia. Just looking out now across, I suppose you call it like a valley with all these rolling mounds and everything, all these crazy rock formations, and then these couple of big ones with the rocks sitting on top. We're not really sure what the story is, but check this out. It's so awesome while it's snowing as well.
These are called the Three Beauties, and they're fairy chimneys. Basically, they're rock formations that have happened over a long period of time. The story is long, but basically there was lava that pushed these formations into place, and then there's these rocks on top that people often think that they were placed there. Our guide Kev called them their hats. So basically the Three Beauties are a mum, a father and a baby, and the hats were not placed on top. They sort of got pushed up, and over time the erosion has made them look like little hats.
They kind of protected them in some way.
Yeah, cute little story.
We've arrived now at the Goremi, which I thought, weird pronunciation compared to what I thought it was going to be, but the Goremi, like open air museum.
So there's all these cave and rock formations, and we've just learnt that they were carved out by Christians, and there was a mass exodus of them in the 1920s. But basically they used these little caves as churches, and the reason this place is so special is because these caves have frescoes inside, so like paintings all in the inside. And the reason they are so well preserved is because there's no sunlight, obviously, because it's a cave.
Yeah.
And they also use natural colours from things like vegetables and plants and stuff like that.
So it's kind of like an extension of what we saw earlier with the natural rock formations, but they've carved on the inside of them, like into the lava essentially, which is, it's kind of an epic story. So we can't actually go in and film inside them, but I grabbed a couple of shots of a sign back there to give you a little bit of a taster anyway. We're just standing around and it's like snowing, we're just listening to these stories. This is the most random day.
But it is very difficult.
So we've just come into this one just because there's no frescoes in here and there's no queue. So you can actually kind of just see the structure and how it's all built. I don't know what, there's platforms sort of built on the side. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a little altar or if that's just like a chair, but it's sort of fascinating to see how they managed to build this all inside something. We've been walking around now for about 45 minutes, coming in and out of all of the
caves.
Churches. Very cool experience, but there's just so many people here at the moment.
Yeah.
And we can't really film too much, so we're going to go grab a coffee and wait the extra sort of, there's about 20 minutes left until our crew is all meeting and we're on to our next stop. We just had a little bit of a stop off at a carpet
making place.
It's like a huge sort of factory. We couldn't really film too much in there because they're quite protective over their like designs and their IP and everything, but really fascinating to see how much time goes in. One of them took 14 months to make.
I can't believe that. I would not have the patience for that.
A few people picked up some rugs that they were going to like get sent home and everything, but we're starving now. It's coming up to 2 o'clock, so lunch is a bit delayed, but that's all good because we're about to have what's called tasty
kebabs. So from what we've been told, it seems like it's a type of meal that's prepared in a clay pot with meat and vegetables. I heard something about bay leaf. It's slow cooked, and then I think there's some dough or something that's put on top. And from what I've seen, I think they tap around the edges and then pull the top off, and there's an explosion of goodness, I think. I don't know, I guess we just got to go on and check it out.
Let's go find out.
We've had the show. We've had Deja cracking open the pot. Only took 2 tries, right? Second time's a charm. So then they poured it into the hot sizzling platter thing, and now we get to try it. The meat, you're gonna love this. The meat is so tender, it's so soft. You just cut right through it. It tastes really tomatoey, really nice. Like quite a traditional tasting stew, I think.
We were wearing gloves and stuff before and it was snowing.
Yeah.
Now beautiful skies. Well, somewhat beautiful. Blue skies up there. That lunch was off the charts good.
It was testies.
I thoroughly enjoyed those the testies. We've just come to a little bit of a stop now. Just the afternoon's kind of just bopping around, checking out some of the landscapes. The setup here, these valleys, these structures, these rock formations are just crazy impressive. Everywhere we look, it's just like being in an enormous canyon. But I picked up a couple of interesting things there that Kev was talking about. First one was about, I think I said, I don't know if it was on Instagram or if I was earlier in the vlog, or yesterday I mentioned about, not sure if people still live in these caves because a lot of them have like little windows and doors and setups. Apparently it was up until about the 1950s that people still were. There might still be some people that do today, but houses are a bit easier to come by, obviously. Apparently they're very easy to heat. He said that a candle is enough to kind of heat some of these like caves on the inside, and that can keep the temperature around 17 degrees even in the winter. So that definitely keeps costs down. Look at that little hole in there. You can climb down into these places. And the other thing was, there's a couple of villages around Cappadocia that have actually been like shifted. They've been moved from where they were because it was unsafe because of the amount of radiation levels from the volcanic rocks. Some of the kids were actually, well, some of the people were getting really sick. Very sad. I almost didn't want to mention it, but it's the truth. Come and look at this.
Ooh, that's sketchy. What is in there?
Alright, we're going in. Oh, it's getting quite dark. Oh, wow. Yeah. What a view, though.
Oh, wow.
This is where you want the master suite. Oh shit, don't fall.
Oh my gosh, I'm not hiding, no way. I could not balance being there, no way. This is so awesome.
This is crazy cool.
Wow, this is amazing.
Oh wow, there's a couch back here. Yeah.
Are you going to climb out there too?
Come to a bit of a random village here, which is this real contrast between all of these carvings and caves inside the cliff face with some of the newer ones. There's hotels and everything up inside some of these places, mainly up there, I think. And then there's all the little, the local produced stuff, the local fruit and everything. Fairyland Cave Hotel, apparently. Look at that little sign. Is it Tinkerbell, is it? This is just absolutely crazy. Look at it. Oh, Stacey's gone. Oh, they are cute too. Oh, that's the spot.
Yeah.
Check out this valley. Kind of feel like this is probably something pretty similar to what it would be like if we'd done the hot air balloons. You can see in the front of some of these, they've got the caves and everything carved out of them. And then we just noticed these ones up the back here as well. But how does it catch on film? But you can see some of the doorways and stuff. I'm kind of interested to know how those ones were done, because spots like this, that's quite a distance off the ground, and there's no real way, there's no steps or anything to kind of get up there. Whereas the ones down here, you can see they've sort of built steps, so there's ways to get up and carve stuff in, but crazy impressive. Everybody's getting their photos on the edge. Another very fun, crazy cool day.
Very, like, so different. I can't even figure out how I would explain this landscape, even after we've been here all day. It's just from another world.
It really is, eh? Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, but even that's not like this, because it's not as like these rocks that stand up.
Well, they do. They're just like, they
just come out
spit
of
straight
nowhere.
up out of the ground. We're bad
we're doing
at
a bad
putting this
job.
into words. We're also really tired as well. It's just been a huge day of exploring, just constantly on. So we're going to wrap this video up because dinner is just going to be buffet back at the hotel, which isn't like super traditional stuff. It's just kind of a time for us to all sit down and like hang out with the crew. So hope you've enjoyed seeing Cappadocia in a way that is not from a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to share that perspective in a few days' time.
Hopefully. So thank you so much for watching.
Catch you in the comments.
Bye.
Bye.